Before we conclude, I have one final charge. It has been a joy for me to be your president. It has been such a joy to watch you learn and grow. Some of you I literally met the first week we moved here 9 years ago. In fact, some of you were so young then, your hair was shorter than mine. And in the case of Cole Erickson, I'm not sure he's cut it in the 9 intervening years. You know when to work hard and when to have fun. You're some of the most colorful personalities I've ever met. Some of you I have gotten to know incredibly well. Some of you I've gotten to know better than you'd hoped I had gotten to know you. But more than anything, I've been so struck by your willingness to engage your education, to delight in service, to figure out how to solve problems, to create new ventures, to take risks, to try ministries, to find new solutions to enduring problems, and to show us the best and the brightest of the human spirit devoted to God and devoted to betterment of humanity. It's been a sheer joy to celebrate your success, and then to watch you celebrate the success of your friends and peers. You have encountered both the triumphs and the tragedies of life, and these experiences are meant to be the sacraments of the present moment that help us find God. If we can go deeply into our experiences of the present moment, we see and know God in new and profound ways. And the complexity of life that often comes to us as life unfolds begins to make sense to us. Not complete sense, but we begin to see through that mystery. And we recognize, as your class verse states, the beauty and joy of seeking God, and in seeking God, discovering life. One of my favorite novelists is Walker Percy, who hoped to be a physician, contracted tuberculosis, returned to his native South, and became a great novelist. Deeply influenced by some of our finest philosophers and religious thinkers, he made some of the most penetrating observations of human nature, including this one, where he says that there are essentially two types of people, those for whom life is a quest and those for whom it isn't. More recently, Charles Duhigg, a social commentator and the New York Times bestselling author of Smarter, Faster, Better, has written that the greatest differentiator in the outcome of our life is whether or not we accept responsibility for it. In other words, our greatest and deepest motivation will come as we recognize how much of our life is up to us. Last night, both Aaron and Madeline offered beautiful reflections that incorporated the meaning and significance of your class verse. The context of the passage and the promise of the verse reminds us that our greatest hope in life is found not only in seeking God in the intellectual endeavors that make life so fascinating, but also finding Him in the concrete realities of our everyday life. Jesus Himself echoes the promise of Amos when He says, "Seek and ye shall find, when you seek me with all your heart." You have been a class that has pursued God in the most abstract theoretical realms, as well as in the nitty-gritty concrete realities of your everyday life. Never give up seeking to understand the purposes of God, and never grow weary of seeking Him in every aspect of your life. For it is in this relentless quest to find God that we find the deepest meaning to our existence. Thank you for what you have meant to me. Thank you for what you have meant to Westmont. God be with you as you go.